Hello, everybody. Going to do a little stretching today, so feel free to join me. We'll have a seat first. We'll first start off with those deep breaths. So go ahead and scoot those hips forward. Take that nice big inhale, lifting those arms overhead. And exhale, folding towards the floor. 2 more big inhale. Exhale. 1 more here, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly making our way up, sitting up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back, pulling them all the way up towards the ears, rolling them back. Don't just go to that good morning stretch. So a big reach side to side. Whatever works for you here. Maybe it's reaching the arms forward and back. Maybe it's one coming overhead. Just feel a good stretch. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Just gently twist side to side towards the arms of your chair. Just a little torso twist. Good. Go ahead and face forward. Just gently rock those ears side to side. So bring the ears down towards the shoulders. Then we're going to tuck the chin down towards the chest and just a little tilt up towards the ceiling. Just up as far as you can. Good. Go ahead and face forward. I want you to bring that right hand next to the shoulder. Just press it as far overhead as you can. And then pulling it back down. Just a big reach straight up. Back down. Just up as high as you can. Whatever's comfortable. Go ahead and relax. We'll switch. So big press with the left and back down. Again, just as high as comfortable. And rest. Good. I want you to bring both hands out in front. Try to touch those palms out in front. Then open the arms as wide as you can, squeezing the shoulder blades, bringing the fingertips back out in front. Might feel a little stretch in the chest muscles there. A little pull through the shoulders. Very good. Grab underneath that right leg. Kick that foot out. Just loosen the knee up a little bit here. Take that right ankle in a nice big circle, just as big as you can. Switch directions. Go ahead and relax that foot down. We'll switch. Grabbing underneath the left, kicking that foot out. Go ahead and take that left ankle in a circle. Switching directions. Very good. Walking the feet out, heels to toe, up as wide as you can. Once you get them out nice and wide, bringing the hands onto the knees. Go ahead and take that upper body in a nice big circle, swinging all the way around. So bringing those shoulders forward and then swinging them back. We want to activate those hips, work the core in the back a little bit here. And go ahead and switch directions when you're ready. So just coming the other way there. Very good. Sitting up nice and tall, going heel to toe once again. Bring them about hip distance apart. Okay, I want opposite hand coming down towards the opposite foot. Reaching as far down there as you can. Sit up nice and tall by squeezing those shoulder blades and then just gently switching sides. Again, just reaching that hand down as far as you can. If you can touch all the way onto the floor. Otherwise, just reaching down. Be sure to pull those shoulder blades back. We want to sit up nice and tall in between each one here. Very good. Go ahead and rest. Just sitting up nice and tall. Right arm can swing forward and back. If you're in a chair where you have a little room, go ahead and just scoot to the right side of your chair. And then swinging that arm up as high as you can, back as far as you can. And rest. Go ahead and just switch. Again, shifting the hips to the left of the chair if you need to, just giving yourself that room to swing that arm forward and back. And rest. Very good. Taking it nice and slow. Scoot the hips forward. I want you to just tap those heels out in front. Okay, we're picking those feet up, really tapping them out as far as we can. So lengthening out that leg, tapping it out in front. You might feel the muscles work a little bit to take this a little slower, but just really working those hips, warming them up a little bit, tapping that heel out, lifting it up and back in. And we'll go side to side with it. This time tapping the toes out as far as you can. Again, not going for speed here. Trying to stretch it out as far as you can. Feel a little pull maybe in the inner thigh. Very good. Sitting up nice and tall. Bringing one arm up and over. A little bend in the side. And then we'll switch. So a nice reach side, bending side to side there. Good. And still sitting up nice and tall. This time, big torso twist, pressing the arm across the body. Imagine like you're trying to press something away from you. Just a big twist. Very good. Coming back out in front, I just want you to bring those knees up just as high as you can. Again, not speed. Just working those muscles, taking it nice and slow. Feeling a little stretch as you make it full range of motion. Lower the knees just a touch, okay? So we're not lifting them as high. Okay, notice the height there. Once you pull that knee up, I want you to kick that foot straight out, bring it back in, down to the floor, okay? So about a half high knee drive, kick that foot straight out, pulling it back into that half knee drive and back to the floor, okay? Just do this at your own pace. You might feel a little tension in the top of the leg there. You're using those muscles to control this movement. Those hip muscles are probably working here, so you might feel a little tension in those as well. Very good. Both feet down on the floor, just up onto the toes, back to the heels. And go ahead and rotate those ankles out and back in. Then just a few times here, I want you to go toe to heel again, just out as far as you can. Once you get out there, coming back in. Okay, let's do that a total of 3 times. Again, just going out as wide as you can, heel to toe. There's 2. We got 1 more. And rest. Very good. Sitting up nice and tall. Both arms are reaching out in front, and then a big pull on the chest. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Okay, kind of like we're rowing a boat. Really reaching out in front and then pulling those shoulders back. It does activate more of those muscles if you lean forward a little bit and then coming back as you bring those shoulder blades back. And rest. Very good. Take those feet out a little wider. Okay, a little wider than hip distance apart. Imagine like we're holding that ball out in front of us. Big torso twist. Okay, so arms stay extended. Arms stay like we're holding that ball, twisting side to side. Really want to twist with the core here. Not so much the shoulders shifting. Go ahead and face forward, still holding that ball, reaching up as high as you can. And then we're coming down. Imagine like you're trying to tap that ball down on the floor. Okay, so a big full range of motion, lifting all the way up overhead, lengthening the spine, reaching down towards the floor, trying to tap that ball down there just as far as you can. It does help if you take a big inhale when you lift those arms up. And then exhale as you fold forward. Very good. Sitting up nice and tall. Again, taking it slow. Okay. I want you to imagine this footwork. We're going to tap in, and out, out. Okay? In, out, out. Again, it doesn't have to be super fast. Imagine picking those knees up, lifting them up and over. Imagine like you're lifting them up over a block or a pile of clothes that probably shouldn't be on your floor. But picking those feet up and over, working those hip flexor muscles to lift those feet up. Focus on those big movements. Work that range of motion. Okay, we're going to switch sides, so it's the same thing, but if you were leading with the right foot, out, out, in. I am now leading with my left. So doing that same pattern, out, out, in. Very good. Go ahead and relax, scooting those hips forward, bringing the arms across the chest. Going for 10 chair sit-ups here. Okay, as we lean back, fill up those lungs. Big inhale as we press forward. Exhale, blowing it all out. Here we go. There's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Still bringing those hips a little farther forward there. Gonna have us do 10 chair stands. Okay, on that last chair stand, we're standing up, heading behind the chair, do a little bit more range of motion and things back there. If you can't do the full 10, that's completely okay. You're just doing as many as you can, okay? If you do have arms to the chair and that's how you want to boost yourself up, go ahead. Otherwise, you can bring those hands across the chest. But I'm looking for that full stand up and down. So if you can't do it with the hands across the chest, I encourage you to use the arms there, okay? Going for 10 or what you can do. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead and stay standing on this last one here. And then slowly make your way around your chair. Again, if you're doing this in your room, be sure to watch your surroundings, okay? I don't want you tripping or stumbling over anything when we're not there with you. As you're standing behind the chair, those hands can either be on the back of the chair or just gently pressing them onto the hips here. Just let them rest. Take those hips in a nice big circle, just as big as you can. Pressing them forward, swinging them around, back, and then coming forward, full circle. Go ahead and switch directions, so just circling those hips the other way there. And go ahead and stand up nice and tall. I want you to bring those hips forward and then pressing them straight back, okay? This can be as big or as minimal as a movement as comfortable, but pressing those hips forward, feeling a little stretch, and then pressing them back, even working some of those muscles. Standing up nice and tall, we're doing the same thing, just going side to side. Okay, pressing those hips out as far as you can, a little stretch. And rest, very good. Feet are hip distance apart. Go ahead and just come up to the toes, a nice big squeeze at the top. Gently rocking back to the heels. Okay, so coming up to the toes, big squeeze. Back onto those heels, you'll pull the toes up off the floor. Take this as slow as you can, trying to work those muscles. Feel a nice good pull all the way through. And rest, very good. Standing up nice and tall, alternating side leg raise. Okay, so just doing those leg lifts side to side, going at your own pace here. Good range of motion, moving those legs up as high as you can. Good, go ahead and rest, feet hip distance apart. This time curling those heels up towards the rear, okay? So bringing those heels up, alternating right and left. Just showing you so you can kind of see their heels coming up. Big squeeze in the back of the leg. And rest. Very good. Slowly make your way to the right side of the chair. Sorry if I'm flip-flopped here. So with that right leg, we're kicking it straight forward and then just bringing it back down. If range of motion allows or it feels comfortable, try to bring that leg back a little bit. Maybe tap the toe back behind you and then bringing that leg forward. Okay, it's almost like a pendulum swing. We're swinging that right leg forward, squeezing the top, carrying it back, tapping those toes back behind. You want this to be a slower movement too. Okay, we don't want to get going too fast that we're jerking the back. Nice and controlled, bringing that foot up, big squeeze, swinging it back, tap the toes. If going back is a little too much, just bring it flat onto the floor and then lifting it up forward, whatever you need. Okay? And rest. Very good. Slowly making our way to the other side. Okay, so this time I'm in line with the left side of my chair. Same thing, kicking that foot up, squeeze the top of that leg, bringing it back behind, tap the toes. Okay, a little pendulum swing forward and back. Again, if that's too much, that foot can just come to the floor and then you extend it forward, whatever you need. And rest. Very good. Making our way into the center of the chair. We'll finish with those high knees. Okay, so feel free to hold on to the chair there. Just driving those knees up one at a time, as high as we can. Still taking it nice and slow here, working those muscles. Lifting that knee as high as you can for a little stretch. Balance can always be incorporated, so maybe one or both hands come down next to the hips if you feel like it or if you feel confident doing so. Maybe a hand out on the chest or maybe even out to the side. And rest. Very good. Go into that tandem stance. Okay, so that right heel or right toe or right foot is in front of the left heel to toe. I encourage you to stay behind your chair or whatever it is you're holding on to, but just want to move to the side so you can see me a little better there. Feel free to rock forward and back if you aren't already. Add a little movement. Maybe you drop the arms next to the hips, whatever it is that's going to challenge you a little bit with this. And rest. Very good. Just switching. Okay, so left foot out in front, heel to toe. Again, I'm just standing on the side of the chair so you can see me. I encourage you to stand in the center back there. Gives you something to hold on to. Deciding what you would like to do, challenge yourself. Whether it's rocking forward and back, adding that momentum. If it's bringing the arms out across the chest. Just giving you options. Okay, you decide what's best for you. Good. Go ahead and rest. I want you to go to a plie squat or a sumo squat, okay? So for some of you that don't know what that looks like, I'm going to show you fast. It's just a wider stance, and then our toes, my toes are pointed outward. See how my feet are angled a little bit there? Okay, so just a wider stance than normal. Staying behind the chair, feet are out at a little bit of an angle. Okay, with this stance, I want you to reach one arm up and over, a little bend in the side. See how my opposite arm is still holding on to the chair there if you need. Gently bringing that arm down, grab the chair if you need, and switch. Okay, so just switching up that stance a little bit. Gently bringing one arm up and over. And you're just tilting as far over as you can, as far as comfortable. Feel a little stretch, but it'll also challenge you a little differently. And rest. Very good. From here, if you need to scoot those feet in a little bit, that's okay. Just coming up to those toes, okay? Little calf raise coming up to those toes, squeezing the back of the calf muscles. Again, if you need to bring the feet in a little bit, narrow that stance, that's completely fine. That chair's there if you need it. And rest. Very good. Bring those feet, regular stance, just how you would normally stand if I were talking to you here. So feet are normal distance, and I just want you to gently rock side to side. Okay, so just a little weight shift in those feet. Again, with this, try to not just rock the hip side to side. Okay, really try to transition that weight from one foot to the other. If you need to hold that chair, I encourage you to do so, or if you would like to challenge yourself, maybe the hands just sit next to the hips. Very good. Go ahead and rest. I'm going to turn my chair sideways so you can see me a little better, but again, I encourage you to stay behind the chair here. Just going to do a little bit more stretching and a few more different moves. So bringing those feet back a little bit, close enough you can hold the chair. Okay, we're going to go to that cat-cow. So what that looks like, we're rounding the back. See how I'm bringing my belly button in, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone. Okay, both arms stay on the chair. And then we're going to bring that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Then my belly button presses down towards the floor. Okay, this is called a cat-cow for a yoga pose. Just really working on those muscles in the back. Feeling a nice stretch through the core, the back, the glute muscles. Be sure to take a big inhale when you bring that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Okay, fill up those lungs. And then exhale as we tuck them in. Good, go ahead and rest. Walking those feet back even farther, okay, but I still want you close enough you can hold the chair. Gently let the head fall down between the shoulders. Both of the hands, both of the arms are still up on the back of the chair. Press those hips back, and the head falls down between the shoulders. Slowly sitting up nice and tall, making our way back to the chair. Okay, and I'm going to turn it one more time, facing you once again. Just a regular stance, crossing those hands over one another on the chair. Okay, my left hand is over my right here. So I'm going to look over my left shoulder and just hold this position here. So you're looking over that shoulder as far as you can. Go ahead and face me again here, keeping the hands the same. Okay, so the left is out in front, walking those feet back, keep those hands crossed on the chair, and then leaning forward again. So that stretch where the head falls down between the shoulders. This time the hands are just crossed across the back of the chair there. The head might not fall as down as far. That's completely okay. We're still trying to press those hips back. And slowly make our way back to the front of the chair. Okay, so walking those feet forward, switching crosses there, switching hands. So the right hand is now over the left for myself. Standing tall, this time looking over the right shoulder. Okay, so stretching out that neck. Then go ahead and face forward once again. Again, hands stay put, stay where they are. Slowly walking those feet back, arms extend, hips press towards the back of you there, and then the head falls down between the shoulders. Very good. Slowly sit up nice and tall, walking your way back towards the back of the chair. Go ahead and relax. We'll make our way back into our seat. Okay, and we'll finish with some different stretches, a little cool down, okay? Sitting up nice and tall, right arm swings across, left arm tucks it in. Make your light fist and release if you would like. Relax, switching sides, left arm swings across, right tucks it in, light fist and release. Slowly bringing the hands back towards the back of the chair there. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Try to bring the chest forward just a touch. Deepen those, the stretch in the chest muscles. Very good. Then gently bringing them out in front. Interlace those fingers. Round your spine. Press those palms out towards me. Round that spine once again here. If it's comfortable, maybe you rock a little bit with your deepen the stretch on the sides and the back. Just a very minimal rock side to side with those hands. Then go ahead and reach them overhead just as high as you can. Long spine here. And then go ahead and relax the hands down. Right foot out in front. Leg is extended, toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Reaching those hands down towards the toes, or you can always bring it to the opposite knee. Go ahead and relax, switching sides. So the left foot comes out, reach it down towards those toes, or again, opposite knee there. Slowly sit up nice and tall. Right ankle can cross either that left knee or the left ankle. It's whatever you need, whatever works for that stretch in those hip muscles. Trying to sit up tall. Keep that foot flat. Okay, we want to protect those muscles in the knee there. Go ahead and relax that foot down. We'll switch again, either across the knee or the ankle. Very good. Both feet down. Going heel to toe, out as far as you can again. Pressing on those knees or reaching the hands down towards the floor. Whatever you need. Maybe even the elbows into the knees. Hands towards the ankles. Okay, whatever gives you the best stretch in your inner thigh there. Good. Slowly sit up nice and tall. Going heel to toe once again. Bringing those feet back. Once they're hip distance, up onto the toes, back to the heels. And rest. Right hand, right shoulder, right elbow goes up. Let that hand travel down the center of the back. And relax. We'll switch. Left hand to left shoulder. Left elbow goes up. Again, hand travels down the center of the back. Very good. Go ahead and relax. Let those arms just fall. Relax those shoulders. Right ear falls down towards that right shoulder. Go ahead and just hold. You need to deepen this stretch. Left hand down and out to the side. Relax and then switch. Left ear towards that left shoulder. And again, right hand can come down and out to the side. Deepen the stretch. And relax, tucking the chin down towards the chest. And just a gentle rock side to side. Very good. Facing forward, rolling the shoulders back one more time. Again, pulling them all the way up towards the ears, back behind, and then coming forward. Good. Relax, roll the wrists. Switching directions. A few more light fists and release. Very good. Finishing with those 3 deep inhales and exhales. So scooting the hips forward. Go ahead and take your big inhale, lifting those arms up to fill up those lungs. Exhale down towards the floor. 2 more. Last one. Really fill up those lungs here. And then let it all out. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day.